Every morning begins with a question. You may not say it out loud, but it lives quietly in your mind. Why is the sky blue? You've seen it your whole life. You've walked beneath it, dreamed under it, flown through it in planes, watched it fade to orange at sunset, and turn to black at night. But somehow, the color never stops feeling mysterious. It's strange, isn't it? The sky looks endless, yet it's not a thing you can touch. It has no walls, no ceiling, no edge. And still, it glows with color. So what gives the sky its shade? Why blue, and not red, or green, or gold? The answer seems simple at first. But it's a story older than Earth itself. A story about light, about air, and about how our eyes translate the language of the universe. If you could stand outside the Earth and look down, you would see something astonishing. Our world is surrounded by a thin, fragile shell of air. It's so thin. If Earth were the size of an apple, the atmosphere would be no thicker than the skin. And yet, that thin skin holds everything we need to live. It protects us from the vacuum of space, from deadly radiation, and from freezing cold. But more than that, it gives our world its color. Without air, the sky would be black. The sun would still shine, but its light would travel straight and undisturbed, falling on us like a spotlight in the dark. So the blue we see is not something painted above us. It's something created here, in the air around us. To understand this, we have to begin with light itself. Sunlight looks white, but in truth, it is made of many colors. A full spectrum of wavelengths. Each color travels as a wave. Red waves are long and slow. Blue waves are short and fast. When sunlight reaches Earth, it meets the atmosphere, a vast ocean of gas molecules. And in that ocean, the light begins to scatter. But not all colors scatter equally. Blue light, because of its shorter wavelength, is scattered much more strongly than red or yellow. This is why, when we look up, our eyes see mostly blue. The entire dome of the sky is filled with countless tiny beams of scattered blue light, coming from every direction. That's why no matter where you stand, or which way you turn, the sky surrounds you with that familiar shade. But that's the scientific part of the story. There's another side too. The human one. Think of the first people. Who ever looked up and wondered? They didn't have physics or equations. They had imagination. To them, the sky was the realm of gods, of spirits, of dreams. Its color meant hope, peace, sometimes even mystery or fear. Thousands of years ago, Egyptians believed the sky was the body of a goddess, Nut, whose skin was made of shimmering blue stone. The Greeks thought the heavens were a dome of crystal that reflected the sea below. Each culture, in its own way, tried to answer the question we still ask today. Why is the sky blue? Even now, with all our science, the question remains beautiful. Because the answer is not only physics. It's also perspective. The sky looks blue because of how light travels through air. But it also looks blue because of how we see. Our eyes are tuned to be most sensitive to blue light. We evolved beneath this color. It became the backdrop of life itself. When you see the sky, you are not just seeing scattered sunlight. You are seeing the world filtered through your own biology. Your own place in nature. That is what makes the color mean something. Imagine this. You stand alone in a wide open field. The morning is still. The air is cool. You look up. The blue above you stretches forever. That color you see is not coming from a solid surface. It's coming from invisible collisions. Trillions of tiny moments. As light meets air and scatters in all directions. You are standing inside an ocean of light. And every shade of blue that fills your eyes is proof that sunlight has touched the earth. At sunrise and sunset, the story changes. When the sun is low on the horizon, its light has to pass through more air. The short blue wavelengths are scattered away, leaving behind the longer ones. Reds, oranges, golds. That's why dawn feels soft. And evening feels warm. It's the same light. The same physics. But a different angle. A different moment in time. And that difference is what paints the world. So when someone asks, why is the sky blue? You can tell them the science. The scattering of sunlight by the air. But you can also tell them this. It's blue because light travels. Because air breathes. Because we see. It's blue because the universe is full of tiny accidents that somehow, perfectly, make beauty. And maybe that's the deeper truth. That the sky's color is not just a matter of physics, but a reflection of connection. Between the sun and the earth. Between the earth and the eye. Between the question and the wonder. Every morning when you wake up, the sky is there, waiting. It doesn't ask for attention. But it gives you a reason to look. It reminds you that even the simplest things, like the color of the air above your head, can hold a story that began in the heart of a star. And so, the next time you lift your eyes to the sky, remember this. You are looking not just at color, but at history. A chain of light stretching across time and space. To meet you here. The blue you see is the trace of sunlight's long journey. And the whisper of the universe saying, quietly, I am here.